Ever get that feeling? You know, you're watching a movie, maybe it's a British comedy or something, and the characters use some slang.
Yeah.
And you're like, what on earth did they just say?
It happens to the best of us.
Today, we are tackling that feeling head on. We're doing a deep dive into everyday English, the kind that makes you sound like you're truly in the know.
Music to my ears.
We're cracking open a grammar lesson today, one that's bursting with phrasal verbs, those idioms that can really trip you up. It's called Lesson 2, Phrasal Verbs, Grammar Advanced.
Advanced. Sounds intimidating.
Don't let that scare you. It's way more engaging than you might think.
Well, the fact that it's lesson 2 already tells us something interesting, right? It implies there was something before, a lesson 1. Learning a language is a journey.
Absolutely. It's a process, not a destination for sure. And this PDF is like we're taking another step on that road to fluency.
Love that analogy. And, you know, one of the biggest parts of sounding like a natural, it's mastering those tricky phrasal verbs.
Oh, tell me about it.
Yeah.
They can be real head scratchers, right? Because
Yeah.
you can't always guess the meaning just by looking at the individual words.
Exactly. Take stay, for instance. Simple word, right? But add a little preposition in, out, up. Suddenly you've got stay in, stay out, stay up. 3 little words, but they paint totally different pictures.
Like those unspoken rules of a Friday night. Did you stay in and binge watch a show, or did you stay out till late? Technically, both could mean you were at home, but it just hits different.
You've got that right. And this PDF, it digs into another fascinating example. The verb stick out and how it can be used both literally and figuratively.
Okay, now you've got me curious. Break it down for me.
So they start with this idea of something physically sticking out.
Okay, like a branch sticking out from the trunk of a tree.
Exactly. Or how about this, like a sore thumb, you know, when it's like really protruding.
Ouch. Yeah, I get it.
And that's where the idiom stick out like a sore thumb comes in, right? It's taking that literal image and using it figuratively. It means you're noticeable, but not in a good way. You're different, you stand out, and, well, it's kind of awkward.
Like showing up to a black tie gala wearing like ripped jeans and a t-shirt.
Bingo. You definitely stick out, and everyone would know it.
And idioms are so great for that, right? They add that extra layer of meaning you just can't get from a single word. Makes your English so much more colorful.
Absolutely. And this PDF, it's packed with those kinds of gems. We've got a whole bunch of phrasal verbs using take, for example. Take apart, take back, take on. The list goes on.
It really shows you how much mileage you can get out of one little verb.
Yeah.
And take back, that's got to be one of the most versatile.
Oh, for sure, because it's got those 2 totally different meanings.
Yeah.
You can take back something you said, like you regret it.
Oh, right, like, I take that back. You're not going to ruin my day.
Exactly. Or you can take back a physical object, like returning something to a store.
I guess context is everything with those phrasal verbs. You got to really pay attention.
Couldn't agree more. But hey, let's shift gears a bit. Beyond the verbs, this PDF also throws in some super useful everyday expressions.
Ooh, yes. Let's talk about those.
The expressions section. It's pure gold. Take pulling someone's leg. No actual leg pulling involved, thankfully. It's all about playful teasing.
One of them favorites. Like, hey, I just won the lottery. I'm just kidding. Who's pulling your leg?
You got it. A little harmless deception.
Exactly. It's all about the delivery.
Now, another gem they highlight is the bottom line.
Well, that's a good one.
You hear it everywhere. Business meetings, casual conversations. It's all about getting to the heart of the matter. No messing around.
Cutting through all the fluff. Right? Just give it to me straight. What's the bottom line?
Precisely. And the best part is, this PDF doesn't just throw these expressions at you. It gives you all these concrete examples of how to actually use them. They have a whole section with ready-to-use sentences.
Okay, I am ready to be impressed. Hit me with one of these sentences to impress. All right, lay it on me. Give me a sentence, one of these power sentences from the PDF that'll make me sound like a natural.
Okay, how about this? I did it myself. Short and sweet.
I did it myself. It does sound pretty simple when you say it like that.
But it's powerful, right? It's not just that you completed the task. It's that sense of, hey, I took care of this. I'm capable.
It's like that feeling when you put together a whole piece of furniture and you didn't even need to look at the instructions.
Exactly. There you go. Or here's another one the PDF highlights. The more you listen, the better you'll understand.
Oh, now that's just good life advice right there.
Right. But it's also a perfect example of how grammar can really drive home a point. The way that sentence is structured, it just hits you over the head with the link between listening and understanding.
You listen more, you understand more. Makes sense to me.
Exactly. It's so elegant in its simplicity. And what I love about this PDF is it's not just about grammar rules in isolation. It weaves in vocabulary, real-life examples. It even throws in some topical vocab, too. Like, did you notice that they use words like pollutants, acid rain?
It's true. They really snuck that in there.
But it's great. It reminds you that language isn't just this abstract thing you study. It's a tool for talking about the world around you, for engaging in these really interesting conversations.
So instead of just saying, "Ooh, the air is bad today," you could say, "The air quality is really poor due to all the pollutants."
There you go. You sound like an expert all of a sudden.
See? This is why I love these deep dives. It's like a crash course in sounding effortlessly fluent. We covered those tricky phrasal verbs, we decoded some idioms, we even crafted a few of our own ready-to-use sentences, all from one little PDF.
And it just goes to show you don't need a ton of resources to make progress. What matters is how deeply you engage with the material you do have. This PDF is proof that sometimes the simplest things can be incredibly insightful.
So to everyone listening, remember, fluency isn't about memorizing every single word in the dictionary. It's about being willing to play with the language, to try out new expressions, to even make a few mistakes along the way.
Because, hey, those mistakes, they're just opportunities to learn and grow. The important thing is to stay curious, keep practicing, and most importantly, never be afraid to speak up.
And on that note, we'll leave you with this thought. If we can uncover so much from a single grammar lesson, imagine what other linguistic treasures are out there waiting to be discovered. Keep exploring, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep having fun with English.